All YouTubers, it is I, the Hellgear. It's time to recap the event. I would have done this earlier on in the week, but I was not feeling all that great. I'm still a little bit under the weather, so if my voice sounds weird, that is why. I kind of threw my voice out. It was like super duper hoarse. So I apologize if I sound not like me. In any case, let's talk about the second Morpho Dragon event. First and foremost, I would like to apologize to my viewers about not having all 3 days of this event posted. It was planned, but between being super under the weather and very busy, I really didn't get the time to put in things. I didn't even get to play at all on Friday. It didn't really start playing until Saturday late night. So, what you see before you is actually the tertiary dragon of the Morpho Dragon. This is the fairy dragon, which apparently this event was called once upon a time. I'm guessing now they want to give us this shot of the tertiary dragons, because usually when the events come to an end, they give us a shot of the main dragon or both dragons. But recently they've been giving us shots of just the tertiary dragon. And it's fine. The fairy dragon actually looks really cool. You know, it starts out as being on its hind legs and then he gets the all fours. As you can see on the bottom, the whole chain, including the egg in the background. So, share your experiences with this event in the comments section below. Also, a quick note to all of you out there who are playing and you do your posting in the Merge Dragons forums. The Merge Dragons social media has said that they will be shutting down the forums on Friday. Well, I think it was Friday. I know the announcement was Monday that they were shutting down the forums, and they were going to do it in a couple of days. So if not Friday, it'll be completely shut down by the end of the week. And they're thanking everybody about sharing their experiences with the game and whatnot. Remember, the game has only been around for 1 year. In any case, let's talk about this event, because of a couple of things have happened in this event that I was very unhappy about. So let's start with the first issue. Merge Dragons has pretty much sealed the deal. All the previous events where you would get at least 1 Dragon Star for the reward tier, yeah, that's gone. Those aren't coming back. We're probably not going to be getting back any more Dragon Stars for tier rewards in these island events. Now, another problem that I had was a problem from the previous event. Dragons stopping during their harvesting. Yes, this issue still has not been addressed. I would harvest from the fairy castles, and about 75% of the way on the up and up occasion, they just stop harvesting, and I would get nothing. This was something that I addressed in the previous event, how other players were going through this. I'm not sure if the rest of you have to deal with this issue for the second time in a row, but it's there. I would have contacted customer support about this issue, but the last time I contacted customer support over an issue, I didn't get a response until 4 months later. I still have the emails to prove that. 4 months later. So, Merge Dragons customer support, I hope you guys get with it. As you know, nobody should have to wait for a response 4 months down the road for an error. But this event was super trolly. Once again, the Key Fogs is back, and the keys were scattered around the map this time. But what was different this time around is the map where you heal the whole island has its own set of quests. It had 10 quests to be precise. And when you completed each of these quests, you got a purple star. Now, I say purple star and not a purple dragon star, which are the magnificent dragon stars. These were not those stars. These were not those purple stars that give you gems, which is one of the things that made this event super trolly. I mean, that was true debate if you were expecting to get dragon gems from those purple stars. What really happened is this. Each time you completed one of the 10 tasks, you would get a purple falling star. And when you tapped on the purple falling star, instead of getting dragon gems, you would get either consumables or various plants to help you deal with the island. I personally would have been happier with the magnificent falling dragon stars to get gems. And this brings up another troll issue. Apparently, they gave it the camp mechanic, where every now and again, where you would merge something, you would get a dimension jar. That's right. Everybody who's been merging in camp, every now and again when they merge their life orbs or life plants, every now and again they would merge something and they would get one in a dimension jar, which in your camp you'd sell for coins. You don't get to sell the dimension jar stuff on the island. It just gets trashed. Which would have been nice to actually sell, because sometimes I would get a merge into the higher level charms to up the tiers, and one of them is in a dimension jar. This island theme actually encouraged players to merge 5. So every now and again when you would merge your 5, which you would get 2 back, you'd get 2 back and maybe 2 more of the next level of whether it's life plant, life orb, or charm, but those other 2 would be in dimension jars. And of course, if you don't have the dragon gems on you, you're essentially throwing them away. Now, as someone who does a lot of combo merging, and this is something that is not to the liking of my viewers, how I would have 4 of one particular charm and then I'd have 2 more of the next level under it. I would put the 3rd one right there, so it makes the 5th one of the next level, joining the other 4 into a 5 merge to get 2 more. And more times than not, when I would get that 5 merge for the 2 payoff, I would get either 1 or 2 extra dimension jars. And since my main way of getting more dragon gems was by getting the dragon star reward for the tiers of the events, now that that's gone, I'm pretty much SOL, just as all of you are. So, unfortunately, the purple stars were actually just purple colored regular stars that are normally yellow, which you would get either in camp or various levels on the main map. They were not the magnificent dragon gem giving stars. Now, if they were the dragon gem giving stars, it would have coped with the dimension jar issue a lot better. You know, your 5 merging your charms, especially the 550 tier, and you have 4 550 charms, and then you get 2 of the 1750 charms and a 3rd one in a dimension jar. You know, if you didn't have the couple hundred dragon gems to open the dimension jar, you essentially threw it away. The problem with that is it does the one thing that many Merge Dragon players, not only on Twitter, not only in the forums that are going to be closing at the end of the week, but also players on the Facebook channel, in the Facebook page, and the Facebook community have said. The development team wants you to shell out more in-app purchases. Right now, in-app purchases seem to be the only way that you can acquire more dragon gems. They've changed the rewards for getting the dragon gems in the in-app purchases as well. With the lowest amount of gems you can get is $5 instead of it being like some for $2 or some for like $1, which they really should bring back. But this event was super trolly because, one, it felt like it forced players to make in-app purchases to get dragon gems so they could further advance with their healing the island and breaking open the dimension jars. And if there's one thing players do not want to do is be forced into making an in-app purchase just to clear a particular aspect of the game. Let me repeat that one. Players do not want to feel like they have to make an in-app purchase just to clear a particular aspect of the game, which in this event, you at the Merge Dragons development team clearly did. Looking forward to the next event. Let me calm myself down so I don't actually turn this recap into an angry rant. We don't want that. So looking forward to the next event. First and foremost, sip my coconut water so my voice doesn't go back to being hoarse again. Alright, one, if you're going to keep the 10-star quests where we get actual stars, make sure that the actual stars that we get are the stars that give us dragon gems. That way, too, if you decide to keep the whole dimension jar thing going on, we could at least use the dragon stars and the dragon gems given from the dragon stars to pay for being able to bust open a dimension jar for that one extra tier that could help a player advance in getting all of the tiers or charms to get the level 4 dragon at the end of the event. Number 2, the multiple in-app offers. One for the level 3 dragon this time. This time you were offering the level 3 dragon instead of the level 4 for the set price. Yeah, stop doing that. Again, this goes back to the whole setting up the predicament so that players are forced to make an in-app purchase. You know, they don't want to have to spend money just to get this reward. 3, don't make the tasks super insane to acquire. You know, like the first 2 tasks, I was working on them. You know, 350 land healed. I didn't even clear that. You know, the harvesting from the dead brambles 64 times, that one was rough. And all of the 5 merges that you had to do, that one was rough. You know, those were really, really rough. But, you know, creating the mid-level life tree, that was a tough sell, but managed to do it. But, creating the almost max level, no, I think that was the max level life orb. Come on, are you serious? One of my tasks is create the max level life orb. Players tell me that that takes an hour to do if they have the patience to grind it out. And when you have that as a task that happens early on, and I do mean this, having this early on only makes me think, what are some of those later tasks around 6, 7, and 8 for the stars? Plus, you couldn't merge the dragon stars that you got together. That's what made things even worse. You know, the regular stars, you could merge up to a certain point where they're really, really huge. But the stars that we got in the event weren't really, really huge. And the normal yellow stars are the same size. You could merge for bigger stars. I know, I've got one really huge yellow star in my camp. This event was super duper trolly, and it's actually one of the 4 worst events in the game. So, Merge Dragon's development team, since you guys have obviously stated that you're not going to give us one event a month, and that you're busting out events every 2 weeks now, which is way too fast for players to recover from the previous event, work things out a bit more. Don't make the events as trolly as this one was. You know, there was a lot of debate material in there, man. And especially the stars, because one of my friends, he was like, ooh, I got purple stars for clearing the event. I tap on my purple stars, resources, where are my dragon gems? These are not the dragon gem stars. These are just the regular yellow stars colored purple. I've been swindled. Yeah, that's not cool. You know, if you're going to give me the purple stars, and this is something that you need to know, the stars that give you dragon gems are not pointing in the same direction as regular task stars. They have their own different direction that they face. They have their own different look that they have. Yeah. If you manage to get a dragon star that gets you gems, you'll know exactly how it looks. It looks different than the yellow stars that you normally get for clearing a task, or the imposter purple stars from this event. Because the imposter purple stars from this event have the same look as the yellow task stars, only complementary color. So, less trolls for the next event in 2 weeks. Dragon gems, please. And I do mean this. Dragon gems, please. You guys asked on your social media if we could have one unlimited item. The majority of the Dragoneers have said they wanted gems. I just wanted the unlimited magnificent dragon star, which gives you the dragon gems. Don't give me the gems off the bat, because we know that's very least likely. But if you're going to keep the whole camp deal with the merging, where I may have to deal with dimension jars, and since you can only bust open dimension jars with dragon gems, at least let us have stars that can give us dragon gems on the map. And if not, and we have to get rid of the dimension jar, at least let us be able to sell it for money in the island healing event like we can in the camp. Share your experience, other fellow Dragoneers, in the comment section below. But for now, I take my dragons to camp, because I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.